Hey there, y'all. Disney D Prince here today, and today I am looking at the how the Honeybee Acres stacks up to the Little Woodzees. So now I've seen Little Woodzees around for a while. They're not the same thing, or they're pretty close to the Calico Critters, but these are our brand new ones that Walmart has put out this year. And I just kind of wanted to see the difference between them. So the Honeybee Acres Family 4-pack is $9.99. And the Little Woodzees Family 4-pack, or Kingsberry Lion Family, is $10.99. They're both 3 plus. The difference is there is a storybook included with the Little Woodzees. Now, just looking at these just visually, the Little Woodzees are much more bulbous compared to the Honeybee Acres, which are a little more slim. We'll get these out of the box and compare them, but let's just kind of look at their packaging first. So again, neither of these are enclosed in plastic. Again, this goes straight through. They're just held on with those little staples. These guys are held on in a different manner. There's like little rings that go around their necks. These have whiskers on them because this is the Kingsberry Lion family. And let's take a look at the back of the packaging. So, it does say each family comes with their own fun adventure storybook, and then there is a set that is featured in their storybook, which is the walk-in health clinic. I did see this. This was $20, and I thought about it, but it doesn't have a roof. It just doesn't look like a complete building compared to the other playsets that I've seen. But we do have some names on here, and it's Roy, Kat, Kip, and Kaya. And then we have their description. The Kingsberry Lion family. In the storybook, no tooth is too much for us. Kip and Kaya Kingsberry like to help out at their parents' dental clinic in Honeysuckle Hollow. They wish they could do more than just organize the toothbrushes. Dr. Roy and Dr. Kat's motto is, everyone is welcome, no tooth is too much for us, and they're usually right. But when the dentists become busy with little Heidi River Dipper, who arrives for her very first dental appointment, Heidi's brother Humphrey asks Kip and Kaya for help with a wiggly tooth. Is this their chance to shine? So I do like that both of the parents are dentists. That's kind of cool. I like that. I do like that they come with a little storybook, and it does give them a little bit more of a backstory. I do like that they plug a different set, because as a kid I was always like, oh, I want to collect that castle, but they don't make that castle. Why don't they make that castle if they included it on this show? And the answer usually is, well, that castle was not actually designed to be a toy. And then we see on the back of the Purringtons, we have Fritz and Ella and their children Zoe and Rose. Now, if you watched my review of the Sunflower Country Cottage, you saw that there was a cutout of Zoe in the cottage second floor. So we'll see her in the flesh, so to say. And then this is their description. Meet the family. It's Harvest Festival time. Mom Ella and daughter Zoe are excited to enter their pumpkin pie into the baking contest, while Dad Fritz has refurbished his farm truck for the perfect hayride with baby Rose. So they're very cute. And then we do have these other 3 families. So I did see the McScampers at a different Walmart that I went to, and the Barksters and Cuddleworths were both available at my local Walmart. but the Walmart that I saw the McScampers at did not have any of the furniture packs, just FYI. So maybe drive around for different Walmarts if you're trying to find them all. I don't know how Walmart is considering these stocked or not, but they're very cute. This packaging is very on brand. It's just a simple little octagon or hexagon. Yes, hexagons are the ones that bees make. And again, if you look at the size of the boxes, it doesn't seem like these are on the same scale, but they are. So let's go ahead and open up the little Woodzeez. Now, I'm not sure how exactly I'm supposed to open these up, but I think you're just supposed to take the tape off. Of these. There's a couple. And then right here. So let's see about this. So where we've got our, oh, there's one that I missed. Looks like every one of these might be taped. That. Is that one? Oh, yep, just some of this tape is really invisible. That or my prescription needs to be upped because I could not see that tape. Okay. So again, we just have big empty space down here. And in my opinion, that's honestly a waste of packaging because just this entire area is open. Try to take this down or out. I'm not sure which way it's supposed to go. I'm trying to get these out without much damage to the box, but these are just not designed to really be opened smoothly. It doesn't look like. Okay. So, again, we've just got a little piece of tape that's holding on this little plastic part. Which is holding our set together. And we've got our storybook out. Okay, so these do not come out as easily. So already I'm saying that Honeybee Acres is winning the packaging department because that was far more difficult to remove than anything else. And this is not a pretty interior packaging or anything. So let's see. Get these open without much more of a fight. But I do see a lot of staples under here holding these guys together, which is unfortunate. Y'all know how I hate staples. Let's see. Okay, so we've got our dad out. Oh, there's a little. There's a staple that is holding him to his plastic collar, which is a little insensitive considering these are animals. And they're in collars, even in play form. That's what he looks like out of the box. Let's see. Oh, no, I missed another staple over here. Other little one. So I'm not loving the way these are held in. They are more secure in their packaging. Here's our mom, right there. They do seem to stand up better on their own. Oh, there's another one of these. Okay, so compared to how easily I get out the Honeybee Acres figures, I'm not loving these. But again, I'm just kind of prejudiced against these little staples that they seem to trap all of our toys with. There we go. Okay, those took forever to get out. Like, that is just ridiculous. So these guys do have movable feet like the other ones, but they are much more circular, and these feet are bigger. But that does mean, it looks like, that most of these stand pretty well on their own. Like, these guys are not really leaning against anything, and they're standing up pretty well. They have the same amount of articulation. These heads are the ones that move left to right. They've got little arms that go up and down. So they stand better. I'll give them that. Which I didn't think they were going to because of how bulbous their bodies were, but I think because it balances out how big their heads are, I think that's why they work so well. So let's get these out. So, like, I did 3 little tape slices, and this whole thing comes out. Like, that's much easier. Here are our Purringtons. Again, what we're going to do is we're just going to take it out like that. There's one staple that holds in the baby. Another staple. The only thing that sucks with these staples is that they're right around the necks. Got our daughter and our mom. So again, let's have them stand up. This is the mom. So again, they do need a little help standing up, which is unfortunate because these, I think, are much cuter because they do have the pure circular eyes compared to these little Woodzees that have oval eyes, and they are more in proportion to a cat's actual body shape, which is not always quite so bulbous. I mean, there are plenty of really bulbous cats out there, let's not lie. I've seen a lot of fat cats on the internet, and I love them. I had a fat cat for many years, and she was the best pet. So let's look at the height of the dads. So just looking at these two, like you see, there's so much more to the lion. They are the same height. pretty much. Like they're the same height. They're both standing. Their head sizes are of a similar size. And yeah, so it's very cute. I do feel like the little Woodzees may be better designed. I don't know if I like them as much visually, but they stand up where they're supposed to. You can sit them down. These are going to be a lot bigger in chairs, so I don't think these guys are going to fit in that furniture. But yeah. So there's the dads. Here are the moms. Again, these are cute. She does have the eyelashes compared to no eyelashes over here. And then, again, these have much bigger arms. Like, they look much more in proportion to their heads, which I appreciate that. Her tail is also molded, and the whole thing is flocked, but not all of the little Woodsies are flocked. There was an elephant family that I almost got, but they weren't flocked, and I really wanted to see how the flocking felt comparatively. Because you can't compare these in the stores, because as far as I know, Honeybee Acres is only sold at Walmart. So there are our parents. Again, they have different fur patterns, which is awesome. I love that. Again, these don't stand up really on their own. Like, you have to manage them. So here are our big sisters. And now we're seeing a little bit of difference, and she's a little dirty now that I look at her. I may have to hit her flocking with a little dry toothbrush here in a bit. But again, she's got all the different printing on her flocking. Her arms are much bigger. Her feet are much bigger. Just check out the difference in those feet sizes. And that's why these little Woodsies stand up on their own without any problem, because their feet are really in line with their head sizes. Again, I'm trying to find the best position. Sometimes you really do just have to like kind of jam them into the floor a little bit. And now looking at our babies, like, they're very cute. The Honeybee Acres heads are a little bit bigger, but not by much. Again, you do see the difference in the flocking. This little baby doesn't have a tail, which is weird, considering they're lions, and babies definitely have tails, which is not something that they skimp on the Honeybee Acres, because that little baby has a tail. This little baby stands up on her own, though. This little baby, however, we'll see, she may stand up. She stands up a little bit, and I'm saying she because she has the eyelashes, which is nice because that's how they differentiate between masculine presenting and feminine presenting. But they are very cute. Again, I do like that the little Woodsies come with a storybook, and I do like that they stand up on their own pretty easily, just because I know if that frustrates me, it's really going to frustrate a little kid that they can't stand up on their own without a lot of finagling. But again, I think these, just based on the fact that I looked at the other accessory sets for little Woodsies, and they are about 20 to 30% more expensive than the sets for Honeybee Acres. Like, they had one of these, I should have gotten the farmhouse, or the little cabin for little Woodsies, just to show you guys the difference, but I didn't want to spend $25 on something that I really wasn't happy with, because the plastic was thinner, it didn't have the weight on this cabin. There was like 5 or 6 furniture pieces, I think, really. And they weren't big furniture pieces. So that's what I'm looking at. The Calico Critters, I think, are closer to the Honeybee Acres than to the Little Woodzees. But they're very cute. Like, I do like these. And I did want to get lions because I hadn't seen lions over here in this in the Honeybee Acre line yet. I did consider getting. They had I think it was a hippo and an elephant family. I did really consider getting them because this bigger size would make sense on those animals. So I may go back and get them. But just because they don't fit really well in the furniture, it really limits my posability with even these little 4 figures. But they're very cute. So, I mean, do I think that the Honeybee Acres is a better deal? Yes. I think they're a better deal. I think the packaging is a lot easier to manage. I think even I, as an adult, got frustrated trying to open these little Woodzeez box, and there was no plastic surrounding them. So you think it's going to be an easy open, and it's not. Because you do have to snip all those little things holding it in to try and get your arms out of those things. And again, these, I think, are maybe better if you are buying for younger children who are going to get more easily irritated. If you have a patient child that wants to pose things a certain way or wants to have, or even as an adult collector, I think these are the better deal over here. Just because the furniture packs include a full room and they're $10. There's a small playset, which is a general store, that's only $20. This cabin, which was $25, and then the big house, the big farmhouse, which is $50. Compared to the cheapest one that I saw for Little Woodzeez, which was the walk-in clinic, which is 3 sides. It doesn't have any sort of roof, and it's purely like a doctor's office, like a dentist office. So, I mean, it was very well made, but there's no traveling handle or anything like that. It doesn't fold up, and it's very much a stationary toy. So, again, if you like the design of Little Woodzeez more, go for it. The price difference isn't huge between them, and these are going to stand up easier. So they have their pros and cons. Is all I'm saying. Is I'm not ruling out Little Woodzeez. Little Woodzeez, I feel like, is probably more established. And let me see who makes Little Woodzeez. I didn't look it up. So Maison Barat is the one who makes Little Woodzeez. So that's actually kind of cool. These are a Canadian company, but they are all of these are made in China. But so I mean, you're really just basically going off of the difference in what you like, as far as, do you want something that has an overlarged head, or do you want something that looks really bulbous? Now, ideally, you would split the difference and just make these heads smaller to make them more in proportion. But that's okay. because ideally I would like these to have all different body shapes depending on the animals that they represent. But, you know, that's how it works. So now I am going to, I think, sign off, because that's all I really wanted to talk about. I wanted to show you guys the difference in them and talk about the pros and cons. Again, your little Woodzees are going to be sturdier. They don't feel like they're going to break because there's not really any long joints that you're pulling against. They have the same articulation. And the difference is going to be that these stand up really easily because of their big feet. And these guys look more in proportion to actual animals. But that's, you know, I mean, they're all good, you know. That's all I've got to say on that, is that they're all good. They all work. They're all the same scale. The difference is going to be in personal preference, honestly, and if you are more of a Target shopper versus a Walmart shopper. Now, as far as outside of the US, I'm not sure where either of these are sold. If you know, leave a comment, but yeah, so if you're looking for a 1/12 doll style to collect, this is my opinion. And honestly, I really like these Honeybee Acres. They are a price drop from the Calico Critters that they replaced at Walmart, which I believe is a good thing, because they are much more affordable now, because you can pick up this family 4-pack for $10 instead of previously they were $20. So that was $5 a figure compared to like $2.50 a figure. So your price got cut in half. But again, these little Woodzees are roughly the same price. They do come with a storybook telling you more about the characters, and that storybook does tie into this health clinic set that they also have. So maybe the Honeybee Acres will come out with more. I think Honeybee Acres is kind of going the same route that Rainbow High is, and they're gonna do webisodes with the characters. But yeah, that's what they are, and this has been Disney D Prince. If you have any questions, leave a comment. If you liked it, drop a like, and as always, subscribe if you want to see more content. Thanks, y'all. Y'all have a good one.